had to make a final video on this because I think it's important to know how perfect this whole setup was for this Ford Fiesta. It's amazing how everything came together. Okay, so basically now I got everything going. This is my creation here. I really wanted to, I actually ordered a 50 amp circuit breaker that automatically resets. Unfortunately, I bought him like a bulk setup, and they go, oh, it's 30-day back order. I'm like, so I said, you suck, and hopefully they still send it. In the meantime, though, I just put one of these guys, or from, like from AutoZone on a modern car. It's a 50 amp, basically the same thing, but it's called a fusible link. And I put the ground directly on the strut bolt. Instead of the battery, there was already something here, so I was running out of studs. So rather than doing something like I had more room here, so I just added a nut. It's not going to get in the way of anything. It should be fine. There's a little plastic punch out over here that I put a hole in, and I put the 2 wires through. And if you come around here, okay, I didn't put this on to show you, but basically the wiring here, the 2 wires that come on the unit, you got to put them up over the steering column, but under that AC vent. And then these are the wires that come out of here. I put 8-gauge wire and 8-gauge butt connectors in there, and I black taped it all up. And this is where the module is. You can see that bolt up there, that nut. I added a nut to, that's the through bolt for the pivot for the brake pedal. And I drilled out the hole on the module, and it is tight in there. And the only thing is the green wire was just a little bit, it was tight going in, but once it plugs in, then it's fine. You know, it was initially going in. This is so perfect, and it's just so out of the way, and it's exactly where you expect it to be. And all the wires are in the right place, just as you would think they would be. And I put the turn on wire over here on this plug. I don't know what it really does, but it had power with the key on. I'm really not worried about fusing it, to be honest. I don't know if I'm putting it in something else that I took off here, but I just figured it was good enough for now. And I'm gonna test drive it and everything, but just to give you an idea, this thing doesn't work while you're cranking, because I was more worried about that, like something, draining power with the starter and then having the that wire connected. That's why I really wanted a circuit breaker, but it could be done at a later date. But as you can see, like if I I can get it to go, because it's not a hard car to steer really. But watch, you hear the click. I'm holding pressure on it. Woo! It just, like, when you put a little pressure on it, it just grabs right away. Pretty awesome, I must say. So I'm going to test drive it now, and then all the stuff will be put back in. I have to go to work, but I'm going to, definitely test drive it now, and then I will know more on the weekend when I put all the stuff back in. Everything should fit. I don't know if he has the other AC vent, but it should fit. Some of these wires can be pushed out of the way for the most part. But somebody else did a lot of this wiring, the guy who bought the car from. But it works, So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to test drive it. So now it probably shut off because I cranked it. Yeah, now it's on again. So it's something where you don't have to start the car to get it, to move it. And then, we could change that wire. We can actually change the wire so it actually works when you crank it. I just think this is the safer route right now when you don't know. But, it's something that I'll leave up to the customer if he wants it to work while he's cranking it. Like if the car ever stalled, and you're steering the car, it's going to take a few seconds for that to come on. So if it continued to have power throughout, but I just don't know if it's really going to be that seamless. It may not have power for a moment in time, and that's enough to shut off the module. So it may be better just to leave it like this, so it's not going in and out and spiking it every time. So we'll see, but I think this is plenty good. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and spread it around. All right, this couldn't have come out better, this whole setup, as far as I'm concerned.